Hi, beautiful souls. How are you doing? Hope you're having a lovely day. Has it ever happened to you that you manifested immediately what you desired? This has happened to me several times, and I've noticed that each time it was about letting go of this one resistance. So, how do you even let go of a resistance? You need to minimize the resistance and ask yourself what's the worst that could happen. Usually, the resistance has something to do with fear, with reluctance, or with a belief that you can't do it. And so, you may flip it around and focus on achieving the thing, focus on the high vibration of getting there, of being there. You then ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen if I do this? So I'm talking about smaller manifestations. And when you're trying to manifest something big, let's first cut it into smaller chunks and try to manifest the small chunk first. So there are two instances where I had an immediate manifestation just because I decided to let go. And I was able to let go just by telling myself, what's the worst that could happen? What is the worst that could happen, right? So the first example was for my bachelorette party. The girls have organized for me a pole dancing session. And I've always admired those pole dancers because they are so incredibly fit and they are so elegant and they can do it so beautifully and they are so muscled and they look so toned. And I really wanted that. So when I got the surprise to do this pole dance session, I was really excited. And then the teacher was showing us this first move that looked so incredibly easy. But for the life of me, I couldn't do it. I was trying to figure out what was wrong, why I couldn't do it. So the move was you hold the pole in one hand and then you hook your leg around it, and the other leg you also hook under it, so you're like perpendicular on uh, with your legs on the pole, and you're jumping and you're actually turning around the pole, right? And I just didn't manage to do that. I was jumping every time, but then I didn't get to do this beautiful circle that the teacher was showing us. At a moment, I realized that I had resistance. I had resistance because I was feeling like I actually don't want to get hurt. How can I do this without getting hurt? That was the resistance. So, from the moment I understood this, I told myself, okay, so what if I just embrace the pain? What if I just ignore that pain and just try the move and just go for it all the way? And from the moment I said that to myself, I managed to do it beautifully well. And apparently, when you do this pole dancing, in the beginning it hurts a lot because your skin is not used to it yet. But after a couple of sessions, it actually goes away, that pain. So that was one instance where I manifested immediately that toned pole dancing sensation where I felt like, oh my God, I'm owning this, I'm doing this wonderfully well. A second time where I manifested immediately what I desired was I really want to look and feel good in my body. And for a huge chunk of my life, a lot of people, especially my family, have told me that I am big, fat, and they said this lovingly, obviously, they said it out of concern. But the thing is, I'm actually larger in size than most people in my family. They're all smaller than me. My aunt comes up until my shoulder. Most people are quite thin and small, right? And I'm just taller, and I have bigger proportions. And because of this, I have put myself through extreme diets throughout a huge chunk of my life. And at some point, I was just tired of it. I wanted to love my body, live healthily, do my workouts for me, for the energy that I feel, for the strength that I feel. I want to eat healthily for myself, but not to fit their standards, but To be honest, I kept on feeling every time that I would see my family, I kept on feeling like they're gonna find me big. And at some point, I was talking with my cousin about YouTube videos, and she was telling me that I was wearing clothes that are too small for me. I have to wear bigger clothes because she told me you're going to look big on the camera anyway. So you need to make sure that you're wearing clothes that are way too big so that it makes you look smaller and skinnier. And so that day I decided, okay, I'm going to stop resisting the fact that I want to wear smaller clothing. I've always put this label on myself: as long as I'm wearing a small or an M size, then I'm okay. As long as I don't go to a large or an extra large, then I'm still okay. I'm not too big. But then my cousin said to me, that's absolutely ridiculous. My cousin, on the other hand, is looks like a supermodel. She's 10 years older than me, but she looks like she's younger than me. She has two kids and she looks absolutely amazing. And she told me, I actually wear clothes that are way too big for me. I wear extra, extra large clothes sometimes, and it depends whether it looks good on me or not because I don't care about the label. And then it flipped in my mind. Like I had to let go of that resistance. I let go of the resistance of wearing something that had the label of small and medium. And so from the moment that I started listening to her, I started going shopping. I had fun again. I had fun trying new clothes. I had fun trying things that are way too big. I had fun trying things that just look perfectly good on me. And I felt like I can breathe. And suddenly I buy new clothes and it looks like I lost a ton of weight. So I immediately had this manifestation, the desire of looking good in my clothes. And it was just something that was so incredibly simple. So I encourage you, every time that you feel stuck or every time that you feel like, why isn't this working? Just try to think about, what am I resisting here? And just tell yourself, what is the worst that can happen? Just give it a try. Just give it a try. Manifest right now because you deserve it. So I hope you found this video helpful. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.